pretty much any head, you know. Obviously this one's busted, so this one's overripe. So this one will, when it gets to the factory, will more likely be rejected. So this is what will go in that waste bin. This is kind of what we're looking for here. The nice solid, you know, you still have some good foliage leaves that are still green. When they start getting overripe, they'll start to drop and they'll start to change color, and your head will start to change a little bit of color too. It won't be this green. It'll turn to like a yellowish color. So this is what they're looking for. This is what we're looking for is a good head like this. Rain or shine, we're harvesting, unless it gets so bad that we're getting stuck and we tell them we can't. But the factory would like us to run every day, Monday through Friday. They don't run weekends unless they are behind or they need weather's coming, say like a hard frost is coming, or it's going to be cold for like below 30s, you know, that temperature comes in, and then because once that happens and the cabbage freezes, it's done. You know, VanStraten Farms is the family farm. It's my wife's family farm. We're in Shiocton, the home farm is, and all of our cabbage goes for sauerkraut up to GLK Foods at Bear Creek. Total farm acreage is right around that 2,800. Cabbage is depending on, that's year to year, because it's all on the contract that we get. We harvest 2 rows at a time, so the lineup this you can't really see, kind of line it up, and then the paddles that are spinning kind of kick it back to the augers going back. And then that is where we get rid of a lot of our leaves. So like a lot of the green leaves drop through the big augers because there's a big opening at the bottom, so that's where we try to get rid of a lot of our leaves because they don't want any green up at the factory. They want all white. And then it just travels across the back. If there's any leaves coming across the back, that's why we have the smooth rolls wrapped. It's kind of like a little grip on it, so that'll grab the leaves and pull them down behind us as well, so that it's just the head of cabbage going up the elevator into the cart. The technology we use for growing cabbage, a lot of farmers know with the GPS and everything, we've been implementing that, you know, the auto guidance and stuff like that. And then as far as like on our sprayers with the guidance, there's not a whole lot we can use for herbicides, but insecticides to keep it clean. The section control, so you're not over applying anything on any of this, with this being food grade, is a lot more specifically, you know, important. You don't want to over apply on anything. This year we implemented a drone, which has been huge on the cabbage, especially because we are the only grower who grows cabbage on 30-inch rows. Everybody else is always on 36-inch rows. Our reasoning is it canopies quicker for weed suppression, we think, but the bad part of it is you can't get through it as many times with a ground rig sprayer, so then we would have to normally have the plane come in, you know, for any type of, if we needed any fungicide or insecticide applications. So that drone, we've been tossing it around the last couple of years. This year we bit the bullet and we did it, and we use it for a lot more than just that application. So like now we can spoon feed with micronutrients and different fertilizers and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be a game changer for the cabbage. Yeah, crop rotation is a big thing for cabbage. We like to stay off of our ground for 5 years for disease. And when we get done with the cabbage, because of the compaction, because we're only harvesting 2 rows at a time, we get a lot of compaction. So this whole field will get deep ripped to bust up that compaction for next year. And we always like to follow cabbage with corn, because there's some diseases that go from cabbage to soybeans, like white mold, so that you can get, you know, go from crop to crop. And then we always like to follow cabbage with corn, especially with the cabbage. The Crow factory wants to know from us everything we put on that cabbage crop, from any herbicide to any insecticide that we put on, and then because they get audited, we get audited, so we have to keep records of up to 7 years. Our trucks, we try to haul anywhere around that 28 ton, because everything with cabbage is off of a weight, so it's all tonnage. So yeah, our trucks, we like to get in that 28 ton range is like what we like to haul. And then that all depends on cabbage variety too. Some cabbage heads are smaller, but they're more dense, so they weigh more, so you can't load a truck as much, otherwise you'll have it way overloaded just by how dense the cabbage is, because it weighs more even though it's a smaller head. Those bins up there have, we call it the waste, or the waste leaves that come back from the field. So anything that's in there is any green leaves or the core of the cabbage that they don't want going into their sauerkraut, because they want their sauerkraut all white. So that is, every so many trucks have to take a load of that. We take that back to our field, we'll spread that back on our field, and then that's organic matter, and there's some nutrient value back in that we can put back in our field. Me personally, I'd like to grow the farm a little bit more, so that my kids have a chance to do this if they want. My son loves coming off to the farm as it is, so I'd love to see him be able to do it as well.